Hey, I'm Kate from the Small Things vlog, and this is my March favorites video. So these are just kind of the random products that I've really loved for the month, and I have a couple new ones and some old-time favorites that I've sort of rediscovered. My cat is in here wandering around, so he might be making a appearance here shortly. My first favorite product is from Target. Surprise, surprise. Okay, if you're gonna leave. He's gone. Apparently I'm boring him. The first thing I'm going to talk about is from Target. It's this bath robe. So it's Velcro, and it's got a little bit of elastic stretch up here, and it's, instead of wearing a towel around your body, it stays up a lot better. I really liked the mint color, and I have worn something like this while I'm getting ready for years. Like, I can't remember ever wearing a robe to do my makeup or hair. I get too hot. So I have one that my mom bought me for Christmas, and then I picked up this from Target. It can get a little bit dirty with makeup, or I'll rub my hands on it, so I like having two that I can alternate. But it's really soft, and they have a couple new patterns. The brand is Threshold. I found it on an end cap at Target. I'm fairly certain they have it online. If they do, I'll include a link to it in the blog post. But anyway, these are really great. So if you've never tried wearing one of these while you're getting ready and you just are messing with the towel wrapped around you, try one of these. You'll probably never go back. Before we get into the beauty stuff, I'll talk about my other favorite thing. So I have always heard that sleeping with a satin or silk pillowcase is better for your hair. And I don't know, I never felt compelled to buy one. I just always was sort of fine with my hair, and then it got trashed near the end of my pregnancy. I think it was a combination of dryness, and I needed a haircut really bad. So I have since cut my hair, and now I want it to kind of stay healthier longer instead of requiring more trims, because I do a lot to my hair, so I require probably more trims than the average person. But I finally picked up a silk pillowcase on Amazon Prime, which is just Amazon. Prime is just free shipping. You pay for sort of a membership and it's free shipping, and it's great. Anyway, I got it on Amazon for under $15. I can't remember the exact price. And it's just a white silk pillowcase. It's kind of wrinkly because I've been sleeping on it and it needs to be washed. But this is the king version, and it still has a lot of space extra. Anyway, I have definitely been able to tell a difference. Not only is my hair not getting trashed by like kind of rubbing around on the pillow, because I flip-flop when I sleep, but it is not nearly as crazy when I wake up in the morning. So I could probably, if I were to go a couple days between doing my hair, which I just do my hair every day, I kind of enjoy doing that, I could just throw a curl or two in the back and kind of go with a looser bedhead look. And it's not, if I were to sleep on the cotton or jersey pillowcase, my hair would be like, half would be straight and the other half would be crinkly and it would be all messed up. But sleeping on something really silky like this, it doesn't get nearly as messed up in the night. So if you like to go a couple days and just sort of restyle your hair in the morning, try, if you haven't already, a silk pillowcase. I'll share the link to this one that I got, but I don't think it really matters. It just needs to be silk or satin. It may slide up on your bed, which I've kind of run into a little bit, so I sort of start lower in and then work my way to the top as I'm sleeping. But it has made a noticeable difference to my hair, and I'll probably never go back. Since we're talking about sleeping, I thought I would share my favorite under-eye concealer for March. It's the L'Oreal Visible Lift Serum Absolute Concealer. It comes in sort of a pump-up tube like this, and you can tell it's well used. And it's got this applicator, which I don't use this to sort of rub my concealer in. You could use this as your brush, but I have a separate concealer brush that I use. Anyway, I was looking for something brightening. The concealer I was using under my eyes, first I was always starting with the Bobbi Brown Corrector in Porcelain Peach, and then I was using Makeup Forever concealer, which would hide my dark circles beautifully, but I didn't feel like it brightened. And even though David is sleeping really well at night, which I'm super thankful for, I still always have suffered with under eye circles, and I'm more tired than usual these days, so I wanted something with a little bit of brightening, and this had it. It doesn't cover my dark circles as well. I still use my Bobbi Brown corrector first, and then I put this over top and use my concealer brush to really press it in. What I found is if you want more coverage than this gets you with just one application, here's my like little routine. Maybe I'll do a blog post about this so it makes more sense. I put my Bobbi Brown corrector on with an under eye concealer. I'll twist this up and apply a little bit of this under my eyes and kind of in a triangle pattern, and then do the rest of my makeup. Dust a little bit of powder on, and make sure I put a little bit of powder under my eyes, and then put a second layer of this over top of the powder. That may seem a little counterintuitive, but it sort of mixes a little bit with the powder and ensures more dark circle coverage. So it's still brightening, but that if I need extra coverage, I'll do. If you don't have severe dark circles like I do, probably just one application of this would work. So I really like it. It's a drugstore brand, L'Oreal, like I mentioned. There will be a link below so you can find it if you're interested, but it has been a favorite for the month for sure. So I have serious love for Tarte products. I cannot get enough of their Amazonian clay blushes. I have 3 and wish I had 12. And I bought the Amazonian, let me see if I can remember this. Oh, I have it in my hand. What's it called? Amazonian Butter Lipstick. I have the shade Watermelon, and I did a blog post about it. It's a really pretty, shiny, buttery pink, almost a raspberry pink. Pretty bright, and I was looking for something a little bit softer. So I got the Pink Peony shade, which the packaging is so stinking adorable. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, Pink Peony. It has cat hair on it because that's my life. So a really nice neutral pink shade. I can relate it closest to the Peony shade from Anthropologie. This is the Albeit lipstick. So you can see they're pretty dang close. The one in the gold tube here from Anthropologie is more matte. It's a little bit drier. And then the Tarte one is shinier, a little bit more hydrating. It doesn't last as long as the Anthropologie one does. But they're pretty darn close. I will swatch them and stick my hand in front of the camera so you can see the comparison. But what I like to do sometimes is put a little bit of the Anthropologie shade on and then go over top with the Tarte shade. That way I know I'm going to get the longevity from this one, and then the shine and hydration from the Tarte one. And you can see on my hand here when I hold this up, it's a little bit more sheer than the Anthropologie one. So we've got Peony from Anthropologie here, the brand is Albeit, and then Tarte's Pink Peony over here. So you get a little bit more shine from the Tarte one. It's a little bit more translucent than the one from Anthropologie, but pretty much the same level of pink. The last beauty product I'm going to talk about is a new favorite blush of mine. So like I mentioned before, the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes are my absolute favorite. I've never found a product that even comes close, and this comes close. Those Amazonian Clay blushes are still always going to be #1 in my book because they last forever and they look beautiful on the skin. But it's by Hourglass. If you watch any other beauty YouTubers or other check out other beauty blogs, this is pretty dang popular right now, which is kind of how I heard about it. I've heard about the brand Hourglass, but I've never owned anything from them. But it is the Luminous Flush Blush. It is beautiful. It has this really pretty pink shade and then a gold sort of wash through there. And all you do is swirl your blush brush around and apply it to your face. I'm wearing it today, so you can see it's a really pretty pink color, and it's got a lot of glow and luminosity to it. That's the best way to explain it, really. I mean, they hit the nail on the head when they named it an ambient light luminous flush. It's not glittery or sparkly or anything like that. It's just a nice, it's sort of like if you were to mix a highlighter and a blush together. So this is an absolute favorite. I have a feeling I will be working through this and probably picking up another few colors. I've used it now for a couple weeks and barely made a dent in it, so I think it'll last forever, which is kind of what happens with the Amazonian Clay blushes as well. You just need a tiny bit and you get a lot of product. since I was talking about keeping my hair in good condition, I've started using the Oscar Blondie Dry Styling Heat Protect Spray again. So this, as far as heat protectors go, there's a large part of me that thinks they're fairly ineffective because it's not like it's gonna, like let's say you use your curling iron on max heat, but you spray a heat protector on your hair before that. You're still hitting your hair with the same amount of heat. I guess the protector would just keep your hair kind of in good condition. Truly, I don't know really what it does. I've been doing hair for over 10 years, but I can't really wrap my brain around the fact that it'll protect your hair from heat when you're still putting the same amount of heat on there. Anyway, too much thought on that one. I've been using a heat protector because I thought surely it will be good for my hair. I still think my hair is getting hot, but it's sort of like a dry conditioning spray. I like it a little bit better. It seems a little bit lighter than Pureology's Dry Condition, which is actually a dry conditioning spray that you could use as a heat protector if you wanted to. But this is an aerosol. It's pretty thin, which I like. I don't like a lot of extra product mid-shaft to ends. I like all of my product at my roots so I can get a lot of height. But this is a good heat protector slash conditioner if you're looking for one. Okay, my last products are sort of Bath & Body related. I did a campaign with Sonia Kashuk a couple months ago. I think it was before I had David. I'm fairly certain it was. Anyway, she launched her Bath & Body collection, so I got a chance to try some of her products, and there were a few scents that I really loved, and some that weren't my favorite. They were a little bit too potent for me. But my sister was visiting a couple weeks ago, and I bought her the Pink Innocentia body wash, and she was taking a shower in her bathroom and used this, and I walked past and was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how great that was. So the Pink Innocentia body wash is phenomenal. It smells very similar to Michael Kors basic. I have a Michael Kors Rollerball perfume, and it smells soft and feminine, not floral. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's just a really soft, gentle scent, and I tend to be pretty sensitive to perfumes that are really floral or really strong, so I like sort of soft, neutral ones that you can still smell you're wearing a perfume, but it's not overpowering. So I have since decided I want to smell like Pink Innocentia all day, every day, so I start off with the body wash, use the lotion, which is really hydrating. I really like these products, and then I finish with the spray, and it's really nice. Like I said, this would be, I mentioned this in the blog post I did when I was working on that campaign. If I were getting married and needed like a really pretty wedding day scent, this would be what I would go for, because like I said, it's soft and feminine, but not too strong. You know, like, do you remember in high school when Tommy Girl was popular? I don't know if that was where you went to high school, but or when you went to high school. I went to high school in the early 2000s, and Tommy Girl was so popular, and so that whenever I smell that, I'm brought right back to high school, which is whatever that is. But it's too strong. It'll like hit you in the face when you walk past someone wearing Tommy Girl. This will not hit people in the face as much as they'll walk past you and think, that was pleasant. That was a pleasant aroma. And that's what I want people to think when I walk past. I don't care if they notice my hair. I want them to think I smell really nice. So if you also want that, check out the Pink Innocentia fragrance from the Sonia Kashuk Bath & Body line, which can be found at Target. I know this sounds like a sponsored post. It isn't. She does not know I'm doing, like, this is just my favorite stuff for real. So, okay, so that's all I've got for March. So I felt like that was kind of a fair amount of favorites. I love doing these favorites videos. I think I'm kind of compiling a few disappointing products, not favorites. So if you're interested in seeing a disappointed products video, let me know either in the comments on the blog post, or you can comment on my YouTube channel, and I'll try and compile that. I'm glad I don't make a lot of those videos, because a lot of the products that I try I've researched pretty well and I generally like them, but there are some that just don't live up to the name, and I just gotta let people know what I think about it. So anyway, that's kind of all I got for today. If you want to see any of my other favorites videos, you can hop on over to my YouTube channel. if you are watching this on the blog, and there's an entire list of all of my favorites videos. I also have a Pinterest board with all of the products I've mentioned in favorites videos, so if you're out shopping and you would watch this and you think, what fragrance of that Sonia Kashuk stuff was she talking about? Just hop over to my Pinterest board. There will be a link to it below this video, and you can use that as a resource when you're shopping. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.